After beating expectations with the second quarter numbers yesterday, energy major Cairn India has ambitious plans to ramp up production in its Rajasthan block. In an exclusive chat with ET Now's Nitya Balakrishnan, the CEO at the company says the company targets to ramp up production to over 2 lakh barrels of oil per day by the end of this fiscal.
We are now hoping to get this integrated development policy announced very soon. Once it is announced, that allows every discovery that is made to be quickly apprised and brought to production. We see it some very critical and positive steps being taken by the government in this sphere of policy making. The third and important thing we are working with the government is about extending the production sharing contract life term as such, because this industry requires very long-term investment decisions to be taken to develop fields. So it's very important that we have a clear roadmap about the PSC term in advance, which will allow us to take investment decisions.
Mr. Elango, Cairn India also has very scalable targets of close to 250,000 barrels of production when you talk about this fiscal year. Now, what we're picking up from sources in the ministry is that the integrated field development plan is mostly going to be approved very shortly, final stages. How will this boost Cairn India really?
Now, we are looking at, as far as exiting this financial year, we will exit between 200 to 215,000 barrels per day. That remains as we guided the market. That is where we are working towards. But what this policy really does is to the new exploration discoveries that we would make. Earlier, each such discovery need to go through a field development plan approval before you can actually apprise them or put them on to production. With this policy, we should be able to bring some of the smaller fields into production quickly. We are expecting to cut down the time by 50%. But still, the larger potential target remains we need to develop a roadmap after we achieve some exploration success. So we are focused on doing more exploration in Rajasthan. After the results come out, we would be able to develop a roadmap about what would be the production ramp-up plan would be. But at this stage, it is 200 to 215,000 barrels only.
And across your various fields, Mr. Elango, what exactly will be the order of priority when it comes to ramping up production in the coming months?
Now, I think apart from Rajasthan, we are focusing on the Rawa oil and gas field. Interestingly, Rawa has been on production for over 17 years and produced 250 million barrels of oil so far. And we are undertaking an exploration program in Rawa field. And also, as part of later during the year, we intend to target some of the what we call bypassed oil in the field, and which were not commercial during the initial phase. So these have become commercial now by using this new technology called 4D technology. So we are able to demonstrate to the government as well as to DGH that it makes great sense for the country to develop this field, which was initially felt uncommercial, some of the pools in the field. So this technology has really helped us to make it commercial, and we are expecting the government to give us a green signal to go ahead and develop. So that would really help in not significantly increasing the production from Rawa field, but extending the plateau of this field for a long more time to come.
So before I let you go, one final question. We are talking about, non-conventional sources of energy as well. India has recently approved the shale gas policy, but only for public sector companies as of now. For Cairn, will other alternate sources of energy, maybe shale, maybe coal bed methane mining, all of that, is that something that Cairn is bullish on at the moment?
No, I think the way we have been talking to the government and explaining the simple point that hydrocarbon molecule, in whichever form it's present, we should encourage their exploration, development and production. The way to see shale is one more form of hydrocarbon molecule. So this distinction between conventional and unconventional is created artificially. That artificial distinction needs to be broken, and our view has been every holder of a block, whether it is under CBM regime or under oil and gas regime, should be encouraged to look for hydrocarbon molecule in whichever form it presents. Specifically in Rajasthan, we see what we call tighter gas and oil resources, which lends itself very well for development using the shale gas technology. So that is some of the things that we are really studying. How do we develop Rajasthan by following some of the shale gas development models in terms of drilling on a factory mode drilling, in fact, or looking at each well as a factory in itself. So that's the technology we are studying, and we were very keen to partner with some of the best people in the world.